Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here. Kind of messy hair, but it is what it is. Just came out of the shower. What do you want me to do? It is what it is. But thank you all for watching right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching. And if you don't know, I'm Peter Gilmore, your gracious host, your undefeated, undisputed tribal god of extreme, and your undefeated, undisputed, extreme heavyweight champion. Because nobody can beat me, even on commentary. It's a proven fact. But anyway, thanks for watching here on the Peter Gilmore channel on this Wednesday evening, February the 22nd, 2023. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, eat my pets! Down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like you're a bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. That's it. If you miss it, you miss out. That's it. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoy the ride. Buckle up, grab a cold one. I don't have a cold one with me right now, but because I had a big lunch, so. And it is what it is. That's that. I'll have my dinner later. Probably after NXT. After Dynamite. My head's not with it today. I had a rough day today, so. It is what it is. But, like I said, if it's your first time watching, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Smash that like button. Leave a comment. Share with your friends. Follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, you can go blow yourself up. Or you can just blow yourself. And your friends, because that's what you do. And that's it. Like, share, subscribe. And leave a comment if you want. You don't have to. I don't care. But it is what it is. Alright. It's Wednesday night. And you know what that means. We got AEW Dynamite! Coming your way in a little over an hour from now. That hour, about 18 minutes. It's 6:42 here in the Northeast. So, big Dynamite tonight. Couple weeks away. Really, one Dynamite away and Rampage away from Revolution, which is a week from this Sunday. So, more matches will be announced tonight. Probably on Rampage, and then definitely next week for the Go Home show. Because Tony Khan likes to put matches, book matches 2 weeks in advance. Or 2 weeks before pay-per-view. Moron. Got that. Also, speaking of Tony Khan, he has a important announcement to make. And with Tony Khan and some of these announcements that are not that great. So, begs the question, what happens tonight? What does Tony Khan have to say? If he's not going to be, I doubt he's going to be on TV. But I'm thinking it's the announcement is going to be for Ring of Honor and about the TV, not even a TV deal. I doubt that. But an actual TV deal. They're not going to be on freaking Honor Club on the Ring of Honor website, which begins on March the 2nd, which is next Thursday. So that could be the announcement. And what that is, it's the stupidest announcement in the world. We all knew that already. That already came out. You didn't have to announce it. So it could be a signing. I doubt it unless it's a Bushi. Or maybe Sasha Banks. Well, sorry. Mercedes Moné. Money. The IWGP Women's World Champion after she beat Kairi Sane, my second wife, at Battle of Valley this past weekend. So it could be that. Maybe it could be Mandy Rose. I doubt that because I think Mandy's I think it's her 60-day contract. I think is not up yet. I don't think. I think it's 60 or 90, but I don't think that could be another signing, and maybe that's the important announcement that Mandy Rose is coming to AEW. But who knows? It could be something else. Maybe Tony Khan bought Impact Wrestling. I don't know. He's got the money. He can buy Impact. He can buy the NWA, too, if you think about it. He was like, hey, Billy Corgan, shut the fuck up. I'm taking over your company, asshole. That would be fun. Have some of the NWA wrestlers on Impact, Dynamite or Rampage, but it'll probably be on Dark and Elevation, so we won't see them unless you watch it on YouTube. But, we have Tim Storm on fucking Elevation fighting Brandon Cutler or some shit, We have Tyrus defending the NWA World Title against, Peter Avalon on Dark or something like that. Maybe have Homicide on defending the Junior Heavyweight Championship. I don't know. Black, Maybe have Trevor Murdoch on Dynamite facing Adam Cole. I don't know. I'm just making things up, but, imagine that. That's the announcement that Tony Khan bought the NWA. Because, he has affiliates with Jerry Jarrett, and then Jeff, of course, too. I doubt it's that, but, it could be anything, really, but usually the important announcements that he makes is usually business decisions, so I'm thinking it's a business type announcement, so, yeah, I'm thinking it's Ring of Honor. It has to do something with Ring of Honor. Because if it was a major announcement, then you'd start talking about Ibushi, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné. You start talking about Mandy Rose, who's basically the top 3 free agents right now. Maybe Jay White. That's an outside chance, but I still think Jay White might appear at Stand and Deliver, but we'll see. We'll see. In about a little over a month from now, about 39 days. So we'll see. So let's see what Tony Khan has to say tonight. But we got some good action on the way tonight for Dynamite. We got the 10-team Battle Royal to see who is the third team in that Fatal 4-Way match at Revolution between the Ass Boys and the Acclaimed, already in there. So we'll see who wins that tonight. I'm thinking it's probably going to be FTR and then the Lucha Brothers. I mean, who else could it be? Maybe I was thinking maybe Top Flight. Maybe Top Flight could be in there. Go for that. I go for that. Maybe the House of Black. But I think they're going to do something with the Elite, which has no fucking build. Are they going to have a match at Revolution for the Trio titles? There was no fucking build there. There's no story. It's just like thrown together, which is stupid enough. God forbid the House of Black win the Trio titles. Like, they want them up basically in no story. Come on. Don't let them win. I would say, if they had the match at Revolution, don't even let them win. Let them win at Double or Nothing. At least you have a story going on under there. But, this is what's going on with Tony Khan. The ratings are bad. The ratings are going down the toilet almost. Rampage, 286,000 views on 7 p.m. on Friday night this past week. 286! That's horrible. If it was live, it might have got a little bit more, but it was not live. It was a stupid All-Star game. Really should get rid of Rampage. Get rid of it. Just put Ring of Honor there. At least you have something, maybe. I figured last week on last week's Dynamite, 820-something thousand views. What's going on, Tony? You're taking a foot off the pedal and basically going back to the Wednesday Night War days. Come on now. You're going back to telling stories and not getting to what brought you to the dance, which was wrestling. Come on, Tony Khan. Like Lash Legend would say, get shit done. I want 1 million views this week, at least. But probably not getting it this week. I have a feeling they're going to go below 800,000 this week. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we got Moxley and Evil Uno. Oh, that's going to put butts in seats. Or if Evil Uno wins, he's the first man to get 100 freaking wins in AEW. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares, because half of those have been on freaking Dark and Elevation. And sometimes Rampage. 100 wins. Big deal. He's not going to beat Moxley. He's going to get his ass kicked. Speaking of getting their ass kicked, the man that should get his ass kicked on a daily basis is Wheeler Yuta. He's taking on my good friend Orange Cassidy for the All-Atlantic Championship. You know he's going to lose because he's a bum. Because Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that goes for a title shot and loses because he sucks. I mean, you got Saraya, I got Paige in action, Saraya Knight in action against freaking Corey Jade. I mean, Blue Pants. I mean, not Blue Pants, sorry. Sky Blue. That's going to put butts in seats. This whole freaking Dynamite looks like shit tonight. I mean, Tony Khan is just waiting for a shipment of Coke so he can put on better fucking Dynamites and Rampage because the last few weeks have been garbage. I don't know. I don't know anymore with Tony Khan. I don't know. But he needs to do something quick because, God forbid, that Dynamite does its lowest rating in, like, the last 2 years. Like, they get, like, 700,000 views. They get, like, NXT numbers now. God forbid that happens this week. So he better pull a rabbit out of his ass and put on a good show tonight. Because you got a pay-per-view next week that the card is meh. I mean, Bryan Danielson and MJF in a 60-minute Iron Man match, that's going to slap. You know, that's going to be match of the night. Definitely. And then you got a couple other matches. We got the tag team four-way. That should be a pretty good match, depending on who else is in the match. Most likely have Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker. Probably a four-way for the women's belt. Is that going to be good? Probably not. Probably not. Did I say Tony? No, I'm Tony Storm, Paige, Jamie Hayter, and possibly Ruby Soho. Maybe do a four-way. I doubt a five-way, but for the women's title. You know, and then you got Wardlow versus Samoa Joe for the TNT title. You know Wardlow's going to win. But it makes Joe look strong still because he still has a TV title, which he'll probably lose at Supercard of Honor to who? I don't know. Maybe Mark Briscoe. Though I'd rather have Mark Briscoe go after Claudio and the world title, have him win. Just for Jay Briscoe's sake, you great man, you reach for the sky, boy. You know. Just do it for Jay. You know, have Mark Briscoe win the world title and then him hold it for like a year. But I mean, it is what it is. So we'll have to see what happens tonight and happens on Rampage this week. But at least Rampage is in its normal time slot this week. So we'll have to see what happens with that. In other news, there's a strong rumor coming out, and there might be an announcement coming up. And I heard this from my old friend Lauren that Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, we must acknowledge the tribal chief. Put up your ones because like the Armada, like the prophecy, and the bloodline, we're the ones, and you're a bunch of number twos. And that's true. But Roman Reigns is slated to face The Rock, Dwayne, at WrestleMania 40 in Philly. So it appears it likely will happen. The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 in Philly next year. Obviously, probably will not be for the titles because Roman may or may not win at Mania. I hope he does win because Cody does not need those belts right now. And Roman should go over 1,000 days as champ. But we'll see. We'll see in about 39 days. Because right now, Roman is at 906 days as champ. So he'll be close to 950 days. Hopefully he wins, and by the time he's not even advertised for Money in the Bank in July 1st in London. He doesn't need to be there. Doesn't need to. But Cody is, so So likely Cody might win the belt and hold it till Money in the Bank, and I hope he loses it to like somebody like Sami Zayn or somebody like Eli. No, I would say Eli Drake, but not even Eli. I don't know. Maybe Seth Rollins wins it. Finish that story and have Seth Rollins beat Cody. And Seth Rollins on his major role that he's on right now, what kind of major role he's on right now, but have him win, go through the rest of the year, and then Roman gets it back by the time WrestleMania 40 comes around. Then you have Roman versus The Rock for the belt. The belts, unless they split them. Not that The Rock was going to win that, because The Rock's going to put Roman over, because he fears him. Why do you have to wait till WrestleMania 40 to do the match? Because he's a pussy. That's why. The Rock is a fucking pussy. And if you're a Rock fan, you're a bigger pussy too. But I digress. That's all I gotta say about that. That's really the news of the day. Besides Roman not appearing at Money in the Bank. Not that he needs to. Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. Tony Khan's announcement, whatever that might be tonight. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to see what happens in about an hour from now on Dynamite. From wherever they are. They're in Phoenix tonight, actually. So that should be fun. Hot Phoenix. But it is what it is. All right. This weekend we got Impact No Surrender. So if you guys want to watch that, go ahead. Go and watch it. Go ahead. I don't care. I know. The Death Dolls are defending against the Hex, Allison Kay and Marty Bell for the women's tag team belts. I'm a little bit nervous about that match, but at least I see Rosemary, which is good. It is what it is. I'm going to be faulting James Mitchell in a couple weeks. So another member of the Prophecy, by the way. So I'm going to meet him. I'm also going to see Brandon Cutler, that idiot. Maybe he'll have his camera and film for BTE. So maybe in a couple weeks, I may or may not be on BTE. And if I am, stick it right up your ass on that one. Because you'll never be on BTE. But I digress. We'll see. We'll see if he brings the camera and films for BTE and actually goes on BTE on episode, what they did, 336, 7... Probably 339. Look out for episode 339 of BTE. If Brandon shows anything from his indie gig he's doing that weekend before that show. But it is what it is. I think he's doing a convention, and I think he's doing an indie show. But I'll be at the convention, so it is what it is. So I got that. All right. So all that news of the day, and that's pretty much it. All right. Hope you had a great Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of cold here in the Northeast, raining on and off today. It's going to rain later, a little bit of tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit warmer the next couple of days, and then Saturday's going to be really cold. We're supposed to get maybe snow. Ugh. And then by like Tuesday, it's 55 degrees again, and then back down again. The roller coaster winter we've had, bipolar winter. And we got another month to go of this goddamn forsaken bipolar winter. And then hopefully by April, we'll probably get around 60, 70 degree weather. Maybe going into May, we'll probably find we hit 70, 80 maybe. But, we're getting there. We're getting warmer. We're going to get to warmer weather in about 2 months or so. But that's it. And I got my vacation coming up in on Easter, so I'm going away for Easter. So, yeah. Where I'm going, you wish you knew. But it is what it is. That's that. So I got that, planning that coming up. Basically done. I just gotta order my plane tickets and everything. Gotta get my PTO and everything all set up. Everything's gonna be done by the end of next month. So I'm all ready to go. Baseball starting on Saturday. Spring training. The Mets got a split squad against Miami and Houston, and then Mad Max Scherzer on Sunday. I love it. Also going to see Quintana next week. I think Carrasco's pitching next week as well. I don't know about Verlander yet or Senga. Maybe Tyler McGill might pitch a game or two. Maybe not starting, maybe. I don't know. Peterson, I could care less. But I think McGill and Peterson are not even going to make the team. I don't even... And if they do, probably be long reliever or like an emergency starter or some shit like that. Or they trade them before the beginning of the season. But baseball is on its way. About to start. It's spring training, so we got about a month and 5-6 days until the 2023 season begins. I have to actually go get my book. Probably next time I'm around the area by Walgreens, which I usually get it from, or I order it on the website. But so pretty soon, the baseball preview will be coming your way. And we'll be talking about baseball, the NHL playoffs. Hopefully the Rangers will get there because they didn't have a great last couple of games, but it is pretty much what it is. They lost to I think they lost to Calgary. They lost to Winnipeg. So they're coming home. I think they're playing tonight or playing tomorrow. I don't know when they're playing again. They play Thursday maybe. But Rangers are back in action. So hopefully they get back on another seven game winning streak. But we're not talking about the playoffs yet. But hopefully the Rangers to make their playoff run, go deep into the playoffs like they did last year, and not choke. That's what's going to happen to the Boston Bruins. Oops! I'm sorry. But we'll see what happens with all that when we get there. We got a long way to go. We got the NBA playoffs that nobody cares about. Got the NFL draft coming up at the end of April. The USFL begins in April as well, so more football. Not that I care about the USFL. I mean, there is a San Francisco team, but I really don't care about that team. I should, but I don't. I care about my Niners, and that's all I got to say about that. And our good friend Brock Purdy was supposed to go for surgery on his elbow, UCL injury. So they had to postpone it till March, but he's still kind of on schedule to come back and start the season on time, hopefully. Unless they find something and it's a year. But looks like Trey Lance is going to stay. Jimmy G could possibly stay, but there's talks that Jimmy Garoppolo might go to the Jets. I care less for that. Don't come to the Jets. As much as I like and hate the guy, don't come to the Jets. Do not come to the Jets. I don't care if you're back with Robert Saley. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you get 9-10 wins next season with Jimmy Garoppolo. You're still not going to beat the Chiefs. No way. Not the Bills, not the Bungles. No. I think the Jets are going to get Derek Carr as quarterback. And an outside chance of Rodgers. But he ain't coming to San Francisco, I'll tell you that much. So the Jets could get Derek Carr or Aaron Rodgers and possibly Jimmy Garoppolo. I hope it's Derek Carr. I hope it is, because I like him more than Garoppolo or Rodgers. But it is what it is. All right, so that's all the news. I wasted 24 minutes of your time, but at least you still watched. But I digress. All right, anyway. Right now, it's 7:03 p.m. We got Dynamite coming up, so I want to get this video done, edited, and get ready for Dynamite, and get ready for whatever I got to do. All right, so right now, I hope you're sitting down. I hope you have a cold beverage. Strap in, because it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for February the 21st, 2023. As always, live from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team, the man with the creepy jacket, the creepy man himself, Vic Joseph, and the man who snorts more cocaine than Tony Montana and Thea Hale combined. That's Booker T, sucker! So we had that. All right, so we're 2 weeks away from Roadblock, the last stop before Stand and Deliver on April the 1st at 1 p.m. from the Capitol Wrestling Center, because it's not in LA. They're not going to do a pay-per-view at 9 o'clock in the morning. You think anybody's going to get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning to go to like the Staples Center and watch NXT at 9 o'clock in the morning? No, not going to happen. But yeah, so Stand and Deliver is going to be at the Capitol Wrestling Center. So I don't know when probably the next one after that will probably be like a takeover pay-per-view where they're going to go away from the Capitol Wrestling Center. So that's why it's at 1 o'clock, because they're going to be in Florida live. So we got that. All right, so we got Roadblock coming up. So more matches announced for Roadblock. Already know it looks like it's going to be Carmelo Hayes against Braun Breaker or Jinder Mahal, or Jinder My Balls, as Braun and Jinder faced off last night in the main event for the NXT World Championship. We got that. And we got some other matches that could possibly be, well, besides Roxy and the final boss, Michael Sakamura, for the Women's World Championship. So basically 2 matches on the card right now. So I'm probably going to have maybe a couple more, because it's on a Tuesday night, so it's a live show. So probably a couple more will be announced next week. And probably get a final card for that show. But anyway, so last night's show was meh. It was all right, not great, but still kind of weird ending. We saw a return, which was pretty nice, and some other good stuff on the show. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time that I already wasted 27 minutes of. But you still watched. Thank you. Anyway, all right. So we started off NXT last night with our first match of the night. We had Trick Williams, and Trickin' ain't easy, because his best friend is Mello, and when Mello shoots, he don't miss. So Trick Williams in action against the Russian Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. This was actually a pretty decent match. I was kind of surprised by Trick Williams. I thought he would get annihilated in like 5 minutes. But, match went pretty long. Went like 13 goddamn minutes. That's with commercial, of course. But, Trick held his own, and there was times that he almost beat him. But anyway, we start off with Trick on the mic says, if pain makes Dragunov feel alive, he'll be on cloud 9 later on. So Ilya comes out, does his thing, but it is what it is. Anyway, so Trick hits him right in the face, right before the bell. Smack him up a little bit. So Dragunov starts to get angry. You don't want to piss Drago off. I must break you. Punch you in the face and kill you like he did to Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. Do the damn towel! No! You ain't stopping this for nothing. I'm gonna die. Okay. They really shouldn't have killed off Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. Really shouldn't have done it. Let him lose gracefully, but not let him die. That was a stupid decision. You should have let him get beat up like severely, and then they put him in the hospital. He's like in a coma. He comes out of the coma before the fight, before Rocky goes to Russia and everything. He goes over to Apollo, and Apollo's like, "Do it for me, Rock. Beat him. I'm the Tiger Rock." Something like that. And you have like Duke next to him, crying up a storm. But they didn't do that. They killed him off, which is stupid. At least you could have had a cameo, maybe. Not like Mickey was a cameo. They just showed him like, "I need no Barrack! Get up, you son of a bitch! Because Mickey loves you." That was a cameo. You could have had Apollo do something like that in Rocky V or Rocky VI or even Rocky Balboa, which is really Rocky VII. Or Rocky VI, whatever it was. I think it was Rocky V, then it was there was another one, was Rocky VI, and then There was Rocky Balboa was actually the 6th or 7th movie. Supposedly he goes out on his own terms and he. But then he was in Apollo. It was in Creed 1 and 2. It was in 2. It was not even in 3. Why? I don't know. Okay. Even he's the executive producer of this fucking movie. Go figure that one out. But anyway, move on. So Dragunov gets mad, and he hits a very evil, mad headbutt on the mat. Trick has to bail to the ropes to stop from getting his ass handed to him. They get back up. Dragunov hits a running knee in the corner for a near fall, followed by another knee to keep Trick down. Dragunov goes up top, but gets kicked in the leg, ow, which allowed Trick to knock him to the floor. And then JD McDonough comes out, the actual real JD, because you know that other one's a douche from New York that fucks his cat, but that's another story for another time. So JD McDonough comes out because him and Dragunov are still beefing after like a year. So we go to break, and JD McDonough goes on commentary for a little bit. He, fist bumps with Booker T, and Vic Joseph's like, "Hey, can I get one too?" And McDonough's like, "Hey," ignores him like a little. That was funny. He's like, "I don't want me fist bumping you. You could be banned." But anyway, Dragunov fights out of a cravat. Then he hits some type of move, and both men are down. And then Dragunov knocks Trick down again. Drops a middle rope knee. And then Trick comes back with an Enziguri to stagger the Russian, who gets right back into it, hits a powerbomb for a near fall. Then he hits a torpedo for the win. 1, 2, 3. Your winner in 13 minutes and 9 seconds, Ilya Dragunov. So the Russian picks up the win. And really nothing much after that. I thought it would be a stare down with him and JD McDonough, but probably do something at either Roadblock or possibly the final showdown at Stand and Deliver. But whatever it's going to be a banger after banger after banger. It's going to be a banger of a match. That's all I got to say about that. And let's move on with that. Alright, then we see a hype video for Braun Breaker and Jinder My Balls. Jinder brings up Braun getting shaken up by the fans last week, booing him. And so that was pretty much a hype video for the main event for the NXT World title. Not that Jinder's going to win. So we'll get that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the locker room where Fallon, don't call me Don Henley, is on the phone trying to get in touch with, the resident virgin, Brooks Jensen, after she cock-blocked him last week. Because she thought that Kiana James was cheating on him with a guy named Zach. And we found out that Zach is her brother. So Fallon had egg on her face. Not the first time. Probably not. But anyway, Jensen was all pissed. Because he was close to getting to first base. So she's trying to get in touch with him to say she's sorry. And then Josh Briggs comes in and says Jensen needs a little bit more time to, get over, getting cock-blocked. And Fallon's like, I was so wrong about the whole thing with Kiana. I thought she was really cheating on him. I just want him to be happy. Blah, blah, blah. So she wants to go and apologize to Kiana James. And Briggs is like, I think you do, because you're, the women's tag team champions. You don't want to be like that. I mean, come on. So she's like, okay, I'll go. So she eventually leaves. So we'll see what happens with the women's tag team champions later on. So I give that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see a video from earlier in the day. We see a couple of these with Michael Satomura training Roxy and a couple of other NXT performance enhancement talent in the Performance Center. Roxy is the only one to make it to the end of the warm-up. And Roxy is like, I don't know if I can do this. And the way that Maiko Satomura was training her, I was like, God damn, it felt like the dude that was training Hogan. What's his name? Masato? Not Masato. Matsuda. I can't think of his name, but that type of workout where he basically broke Hogan in the first day. He broke his leg, and then Hogan came back for more. Brother! Put my leg, brother. I'm coming back, brother. Wait, my other leg, brother. But if it wasn't for that guy, we wouldn't even know Hogan. What do you think Hogan, in the early days of the AWA, he was doing drop kicks and power bombs, flying off the top rope and shit like that. We didn't see that in the later years of Hogan. Brother, we rarely get Hogan doing like a drop kick in the 80s or even the 90s. You know, Hogan was like 30-something, 30, 40-something. You think he's going to do a drop kick? Brother, you know? But yeah, man, that workout, I couldn't even finish that workout. Holy shit. I'd probably be too pooped out. This is only the warm-up. We go for real next time. No! No more, Sensei! No more! We move on. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. So it's like a little story build up to their match at Stand and Deliver for the women's title. Not that Michael Sanomura is going to win, but this is like Roxy's big test. I think her bigger test is going to be against Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Hogan, brother. You know. So we got all that. And we move on. All right, where are we? All right. Then after that, we go to Tyler Bate in the ring for a little bit of a promo. He says he wasn't sure about coming to the United States, but the love he received from most of the fans tells him that he made the right decision. Go to America, soldier! But anyway, Tyler has faced some very tough challenges as of late, and now is his time to join. It is time to join a mystical journey. Ooh, are we going on a cruise? we're gonna go. He's gonna find Kyrie's aim. We're gonna go on a pirate ship. I just go with Kyrie on a pirate ship by myself, if you know what I mean. But anyway, Schism comes out. Joe Gacy, the Dyad, you know, the Grizzle Young Veterans, Kip Fowler and the other guy. Fowler and I keep forgetting whatever his name is. Fowler and I can't think of the other guy's name. But anyway, so they come out. The Grizzle Young Veterans come out, and Ava Raine with a weird hairdo, but still looking great. So Gacy offers him a spot on the team. So Bates like, no, I don't want to join your group. But Gacy then threatens him with violence, and they all surround the ring, Shield style. But then Chase U comes out to run him off. Don't we're gonna get a 6-person tag team match. You know, Thea Hale, Duke Hudson, and Mr. Case taking on Joe Gacy and the Grizzled Young Veterans, but we don't get that. But still, the promo I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Roxy and Michael Sanomura I gave as well 2.5 out of 5 stars. So then we get to Chase U and the Grizzled Young Veterans. 12.5-minute match. It's Reed and Fowler, Jagger Reed and Kip Fowler, or whatever his name is. Anyway, so Hudson comes in to start, drops an elbow on Reed. Chase gets driven. Mr. Chase gets driven into the wrong corner, and then somehow Booker T starts having flashbacks about I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to abduct your wife. Remember that? That was like what, the Ruthless Aggression era. That was creepy when freaking Shawn Michaels got abducted by the boogeyman, and then freaking Booker T had to save her, and he failed, and he got a mouthful of worms. Ugh. I bet the boogeyman, he's creepy. He creeps me out. But anyway, so a hard clothesline gets a near fall on Mr. Chase. Then we get a 1905 chin lock. Reed hits a shoulder breaker, circa 1921, for a near fall on Mr. Chase. Then right back to the chin lock. Some basic wrestling to start. Mr. Chase fights up. Duke Hudson comes in with the hot tag to clean house. Then Mr. Chase comes back in, and all 4 men are in the ring. Reed hits a suicide dive on Duke Hudson as we go to break. We come back. Mr. Chase gets the hot tag. He starts cleaning house. Takes down Reed and Fowler at the same time. He dives on the Fowler on the floor. Then he goes up top. Well, nice freaking moonsault, by the way. on the floor to Fowler. Goes up top, hits a high crossbody for an info on Reed. Then he hits the Russian leg sweep, which sets up the spelling stumps of doom. So he hits that. He's all ready to finish off the Grizzled Young Veterans, and then Thea Hale gets scared by Ava Raine, who's coming to stalk her along with Joe Gacy, and then Mr. Chase has to come in and try to don't worry, the evil people won't hurt you, and Thea's crying like a little bitch, and Duke Hudson's like, hey, get in here, help me, you idiot! But that distraction let Hudson get caught with the double code breaker. Ooh, inventive. Never saw a double code breaker before. By a tag team. But anyway, the Grizzled Young Veterans get the win over Mr. Chase and Duke Hudson. And I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Duke gets all pissy at Mr. Chase and says, hey, are we a charity or a university? Uh-oh. I think Duke Hudson's going to turn heel and leave. But another freaking tag team they break up. Another tag team. That's why the WWE has no fucking tag teams. They can't build up proper tag team division on Raw or SmackDown or even NXT. 2 teams in NXT. 2! Really 3 if you think about putting the Grizzled Young Veterans in, because they never get a tag team they get a tag team title shot, they don't win. All it is now is Gallus and the Yes Boys. Ooh. That's it. If they're gonna break up Chase U, then you got the Job Squad, Malik Blade and Idris Enofe. That's a great tag team division. I mean, really, are we gonna get Gallus versus the Yes Boys for the next 6 months? I love it, but I'd rather have the Yes Boys on SmackDown. Or Gallus maybe going up by the end of the year. I don't know. It is what it is. Because if it does happen, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat the Usos, all you got is the Viking Raiders, Shit Row, the New Day, if they do sometime, Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, which stinks. That's 4 teams. Viking Raiders, Shit Row. Maybe you can put Braun Strowman and Ricochet. That's 5. You got maybe 5, maybe 6 teams for those unified tag belts if Sami Zayn and Generico win. Generico wins at WrestleMania. There is no tag team division. That's why the tag belts are going to probably be on Generico for about a year and a half. Unless the Usos win them back. It's like hot potato with these fucking belts. There's the mid-card belts. I'm not saying the world title. Because Roman ain't gonna lose that belt anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. God forbid Cody wins. How long is Cody gonna hold it for? Hopefully not long. I say 3 to 6 months at most. But who beats him? I would hope it'd be Cody or whoever wins the Money in the Bank. Because I want Roman to hold that belt, get the belt back right before WrestleMania 40 and go on another 950-day reign. Because Asuka's going to be doing it pretty soon. When she beats Bianca Belair. Hopefully. But we'll see. Alright, so we had that. Let me move on. Alright, so I get that match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to earlier in the day, Mr. Stone, Robbie E. Trying to fire up Von Wagner. Help me help you, Von. So he's trying to still do that. And then, hey, my cousin. Hey, cousin, get in here. Paisan, get in here. Hey, how you doing, cousin? Hey. Okay, thank you. How you doing? My cousin, Tony D'Angelo, who buys you a pizza for $2. $2. He comes in with Channing Stacks Lorenzo. They come in, they start yelling at him Vaughn starts yelling at them for costing them last week, back and forth, blah, blah, blah. So then Tony D's like, well, we got a match coming up. And, well, he's like, how about me and you in a match? And Vaughn's like, like, yeah, we'll do a match. And Robbie said, no, Vaughn, no. And then Vaughn's like, well, I don't need you. We're gonna do the match. Okay. So Tony D against Von Wagner coming up a little bit later. So we got that. But great to see my cousin Tony D'Angelo. Great to see him, as always. So it's Tuesday night. It's pasta night. You know what I mean? Pasta for $2. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we have Drew Gulak and Mr. Lego's son, Lego Jr., Charlie Dempsey. They don't think much of Hank Walker, the resident fake security guard. Gulak wants someone willing to hurt people like Charlie Dempsey does. Interesting. So we'll see how that plays out. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, there we see the resident surfer girl. What's up, new news? That's why surfboard, you know. So Ruka talks about loving to try new things, I bet, often involving surfing or a skateboard. Well, let's have sex on the surfboard. Surfboard. Okay. We had that, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to women's action. We have JC Jane. It's all about me. Looking hot as always. Taking on another hottie, Indy Hartwell. And this match lasted 5 goddamn minutes. Indy misses a clothesline at the start, gets caught with a neck breaker for a near fall. And then some low kicks by JC gives her a near fall. Then we get a 1905 chin lock. Indy fights to her feet, but gets sent shoulder first into the ring post. Ow! And after that, JC's looking to put her away, but then the returning Gigi Dolan comes back. Janetti came back out of the window to escape. What, are you blind? So Gigi comes back, jumps JC from behind, and calls a disqualification. So JC wins by disqualification, 5-minute match. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Gigi beats the crap out of her after it goes into the barricade a couple of times. And then she goes on Instagram and shows her, she busted up her finger a little bit, a little blow. So she's back! So probably see a match maybe at Roadblock or most likely at Stand and Deliver. So Janetti versus HBK at Stand and Deliver. In a Panes of Glass match. No, won't happen. That should have been a match. That would have been a fun match. If Vince, back in the 90s was, thinking of, we never talked about Panes of Glass in wrestling until CZW in circa 2000. But that would have been a fun match. Marty Jannetty versus HBK in a Panes of Glass match. Because WWE was in the toilet. They did that match. That would have got 6 million views at least on a pay-per-view, in your house or some shit. Some shit like that. And then have, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan on commentary. HBK throws Marty Jannetty into the Panes of Glass. And then Bobby Heenan's like, he tried to jump out the window again to escape! Are you blind? Epic fucking thing. Epic. But it is what it is. Let me move on. Alright, so Gigi is back and she is pissed. So we'll get that. Alright, after that we go back to the training session between Roxy and Michael Satamura. More sweat. It felt like a montage from Rocky 3. Roxy is still trying to, get through this rigorous workout that the final boss is giving her. It's kind of like in Final Fantasy games, when you get near the final boss, you got to do a side quest before you get to the final boss, or even the ultimate final boss. You got to do some side quests, you got to do some, training, you got to, get up to level 99, and it still doesn't even work. If you know what I mean, if you play Final Fantasy 15, you know what I'm talking about, most of you. But some of you don't even play video games, you just play with yourself. And you lose at that too, I never lose. But I digress. So anyway, Roxy runs out of energy, so she can't finish the training session. So Michael approves of the effort. Good job, Roxy-san. Good job. says that the win comes from the heart, not muscles. So their title match is in 2 weeks at Roadblock. I thought it would have been a Stand and Deliver. Okay, I was wrong. I apologize. But you know Roxy's going to win, and then probably at Stand and Deliver she'll be facing her toughest test of them all, Tiffany Hogan, brother. Tiffany Stratton. That's your new champion going into the spring and the summer. Mark it down. Tiffany Stratton will be your new NXT Women's Champion by Stand and Deliver. Hopefully, but we'll see. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back with Mackenzie Mitchell, looking hot as always. And speaking of hot, we got Zoe Stark. She comes in. She's not happy with Maiko being handed a title shot. It's like, hey, she won, and I'm on a roll. Why don't I get a title shot? So look at me. Talk to HBK about that. Don't talk to me. But anyway, she's mad at Maiko for getting handed a title shot, basically. Or everyone accusing her of attacking Lakita Lyons. You know you did it. Stop lying. You're lying. Don't lie to yourself, Zoe. You know you did it. You know you did. They're basically doing a rip-off of the Who Hit Malachi Black angle from a couple years ago. We found out it was, I think it was called, who was it? I think it was, Ciampa. But it is what it is. So I'm thinking, you know, when Nikita comes back, we do see her on the show, but she's not cleared yet. I think she's out like a year. Oh, that sucks. With her knee injury. So I think they're going to go through this whole thing. Are we going to get this whole thing, like who took out Nikita Lyons for a whole year? All right. We'll go with it. All right. So we got that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. All right. Then next up, we see some weird people going to the ring with a cake. Whose birthday is it? But anyway, we have a ridiculous under 4-minute match with the NXT World Tag Team Champions Gallus. That's Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. I don't know what happened to the other Coffey brother. I think he's injured. But anyway, they're taking on the Job Squad, Malik Blade and Idris Enofe. You know, not much offense from them. You know, Wolfgang comes in with a running uppercut, but some guys, I thought they were the Yes Boys, but it wasn't the Yes Boys. They come out with a cake, which says Happy Anniversary, whatever that means. But anyway, so the Job Squad hits something like a suplex into a backstabber on Mark Coffey for a near fall. That was the only offense they got. Wolfgang gets back and with a running forearm into a power slam for the win on Idris Enofe. Bing, bang, boom, match is over. And I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Excuse me, and that's it. After the match, the guys in these weird French-like guys, this is La Resistance? Or not even them, maybe like, what's his name, Spanky and Paul London. London and Kendrick come in and they're like, hey, what are the French guys? They come in, present the cake. He says, happy 2-year anniversary of Pretty Deadly. I didn't know they were the tag team for 2 years. Wow, something I didn't know. Anyway, so on behalf of Pretty Deadly, we offer you this cake. By, 2-year anniversary of Pretty Deadly beating Gallus for the NXT tag team belts. Okay, there you go. So Gallus like, we don't want this cake. They put one of the guys through the cake. It was perfectly good cake. But anyway, and then the real Pretty Deadly, the Yes Boys, they come out and lay a beat down on Gallus with some chairs, and they throw Mark Coffey into the ring steps, and then they do some type of move on Wolfgang on the steps. I thought it was spilled milk, but it didn't look like it. But very aggressive side of Pretty Deadly that I'd never seen before, and I like it. So we're going to see what happens with them over the next couple of weeks and for the tag team belts. So I got that. So the Yes Boys get their revenge from last week's pool match, which they lost, and they had to pay that big, huge Huge. Like, it's huge, like my leader, Ron DeSantis. Big, huge beer bill. So there you go. So we'll see what happens with that. Move on. Alright, then we get a video about Jabba Kato, or Commander Aziz. And he says that while Apollo Crews has been looking to the future, he has forgotten his past, and he came back to hurt Apollo. So we got that. So we move on with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get interrupted. Booker T and Vic Joseph would talk about something, get interrupted by the streamer girl herself, Stevie Turner. Ooh, she's hot. She uses a randomizer to pick who she should talk about next, and it comes up with one of my favorite women in NXT, Lyra Valkyria, who has those weird feathers. Like, what is this about? And then the stream ends just as Vic Joseph is ready to ask his own question. Sorry, Vic, you lost. Better luck next time. So it looks like we're going to get a Stevie Turner, Lyra Valkyria match coming out of this. Sign me up. Sign me up. I'll take it. We got that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Let me move on. All right, then we get to my cousin Tony D'Angelo against Von Wagner. We have Stacks and Mr. Robbie E, Mr. Stone at ringside. Pretty match, under 4-minute match again. So Von Wagner powers Tony D around to start, followed by a big boot drops Tony D, the GOAT. Not the GOAT of all goats, but the GOAT. A clothesline cuts off Tony D's comeback. Von Wagner then misses a charge in the corner. So Tony D hits a belly-to-belly suplex, then a spine buster, followed by a belly-to-back slam. 1, 2, 3, my cousin Tony D, hey, cousin. You the man. You the man. I'm going to go out for pasta later for $2. So Tony D gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Tony D cuts a promo and says that he's sick and tired of Dijak, and he challenges him at Roadblock to not any ordinary match, a jailhouse street fight. Whatever that means. Maybe they're fighting in the prison. I don't know. But we're going to get a street fight next in 2 weeks at Roadblock between Tony D'Angelo and Dijak. Like it. So we move on with that. All right, then we got Mackenzie Mitchell with her guest Nikita Lyons, who's on crutches. She's undergone successful surgery on her knee. Doesn't know what happened when she was attacked. Obviously, it was always Starks. And then Tiffany Hogan comes out, brother. Tiffany Stratton pops in looking hot. Damn. She comes in, says she's tired of Nikita's whining and complaining and bitching and complaining and bitching and complaining. Nikita thinks that sounds suspicious. So Tiffany's solution is leave for a year and get better. And then come back, we'll fight. Maybe for the NXT title? NXT women's title? Maybe it was long-term booking. But we'll have to see what happens with that. Let me move on. All right. We move on with that. All right. So show some weirdness. And that's pretty much it. All right, we move on. All right, after that, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, there we see Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile. They're in the Diamond Mine gym, dojo, whatever it is. They agree they're still a team, despite what the resident witches of NXT, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, have said about them. So Ivy's like, nah, don't worry, I got a match coming up with Alba Fire. So see what happens with that. And Tatum, so Ivy leaves. Tatum's like, I'm not so sure about that. So see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the locker room where we see Carmelo Hayes praising his good buddy Trick Williams for his efforts in his match with Ilya Dragunov. And then Tyler Bate comes in, talks about how there are going to be issues at times, and Trick seems to improve, so he's kind of giving him some praise. Carmelo is glad that Bates' journey has nothing to do with the NXT title for now. So Bates smiles a little bit about that. He's like, you think? You really think so? And then he leaves. Well, he smiles, and Hayes and Williams just leave. Foreshadowing, maybe. We'll get that. So you get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to Alba Fire and Ivy Nile. Quick filler match, 3-minute suckfest. Oh, we have Isla Dawn and Tatum Paxley at ringside. Ivy throws Alba into the corner to start, hammers away at her for an early 2 count. Then we get the comeback by Ivy Nile. She grabs the diamond chain lock on Alba Fire, which draws Isla Dawn onto the apron. Tatum Paxley goes up there as well, only to have Ivy Nile get driven into Tatum. Oops! And then Alba hits a super kick. Then she finishes Ivy Nile off with the Alba Bomb, or the KLR Bomb. Kaylee Ray Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Alba Fire is your winner. In the match, I gave you 2.25 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. All right, then we get a video on the champ, Braun Breaker. And we move on with that, because I didn't really have to talk about that. All right, then we go to Kiana James' office, where we see the beautiful Giovanna. Ooh. So we got that. She's there, and then she says something to Kiana, and then she leaves. No, come back! So then Fallon, Don't Call Me Don Henley, comes in, apologizes to Kiana over the allegations of her cheating with a guy named Zach. Kiana didn't tell her the truth because she wanted Fallon to trust her. So Fallon accepts the apology. Well, Kiana does too. Kiana accepts the apology, but she accuses Fallon now of being jealous of her relationship with Jensen. And she basically says, I just want to make Jensen happy, I bet. Pop his cherry. So anyway, we see pictures of them, look nice and all that thing. Blah, blah, blah. So either way, they made up. They're cool. Still a tag team for now. Still your women's tag team champions until somebody takes the belts from them, and I don't know who. But we move on with that. All right, so I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we had Wesley, the North American champion, who loved the open challenge last week so much that we're going to do it again next week. Because it's just who he is. I wonder who's going to take him up on his offer next week. I don't know. I would hope it's maybe Tyler Bate, maybe Ilya Dragunov. Somebody good. Not someone like, not with Dijak. Who was it last week? Who faced him last week? I think it was, I forgot who faced him. It was Von Wagner. Man, give him some better fucking competition. Give me Wesley versus Axiom. That would be great. Axiom should come out next week and challenge him. That would be epic. But let's see. So we get that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your main event of the evening for the NXT World Title. Braun Breaker versus Jinder Mahal, who does not comes out with Veer and Sangha. So all 3 came, if you know what I mean. Not at the same time, obviously. All right. So it's also with Jinder taking the champ down to start. The champ comes right back with a shoulder block. And then a spine buster. Goes for the Steiner recliner, but a little bit too early there, Braun. Jinder goes to the floor. Braun busts out a big running flippy dibbity doo to take out everybody. And then Veer and Sangha tease getting involved. So then the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, they come out, send them to the back. So obviously that feud is going to continue on. As we go to break, we come back. We have the champ get sent to the outside, and then a hard whip into the steps. Ow! Has Braun in more trouble. But he comes back and hits a spine buster on the inside of the ring. Jinder then goes to the floor before Braun can hit the spear, which allowed Jinder to hit a super kick on the way back in, and then a suplex for a near fall. Braun comes back with a spear and a release suplex for a near fall of his own. Jinder tries to come back and tries to go for the Kalas. It gets countered into a judo throw. And then Braun finishes Jinder Mahal off with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Still your NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Braun Breaker. Time to match under 11 minutes. The match was alright. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we get that. So we're about to end the show. And we see Carmelo Hayes appear on the stage. We're looking like we're gonna get a showdown. We get like a pose, Braun holds up the belt. Come on's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Then they cut Then we cut to like I thought it was the end of the show, but then we see like a commercial for Peacock, and then it's like the Tubi commercial at the Super Bowl. Done really badly, thank you, HBK. Then we see Grayson Waller appear on the screen. He takes over the show. He's in the production truck. Says he's the new main event. He's the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Oh, no, it's not that. And Mr. Stand and Deliver. Nobody can stop him, including HBK. So he tells HBK he can meet him on the Grayson Waller Effect talk show at Roadblock. Oh, they are teasing HBK and Grayson Waller at Stand and Deliver. If this doesn't happen, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm like, why did you do all this for, man? Come on! So we'll see what happens with all that. And that's basically all I gotta say about that. And we move on. So Grayson takes over the ending of the show, and then we finally go to black. The show ends with basically Grayson calling out HBK for to be on his show in 2 weeks. I think we're gonna see HBK. I would dare not to say that this match does not happen at Stand and Deliver, because I think HBK should have one final match, and not that one in Saudi Arabia. That horrible match with Hunter and Kane and the GOAT of all GOATs, The Undertaker, which was fucking horrible. I think HBK should go out on a good note this time. For like the third time. Because he went out the first time against The Undertaker in WrestleMania 26. With 27. Then he comes back. He comes back, has a stupid match with Hunter and Kane and The Undertaker, which was garbage at Saudi Arabia. Crown Jewel 3. That was horrible. Had a really bad taste in my mouth, and a lot of fans' taste in their mouth. Now they're doing Grayson Waller and HBK at Stand and Deliver, and I think that match is going to be superior freaking banger. I think that's the price of admission right there. I don't care about Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. I know that's going to be a banger. But that match, Grayson and HBK, enough said. That's match of the year contender. If not match of the year. I don't think it will be, but forget it. But it is what it is. I still think Dijak and freaking Wesley is match of the year. Bar none. Bar fucking none. That's match of the year. Right now. I know we got 8 months to go. 8.5 months to go. So we got a lot more matches that could be probably top that one, but I don't think anything can top Dijak and Wesley. I don't think. For the women, right now it's Kairi Sane and Mercedes Moné for now. Still got a long way to go for the women's side, but we'll see. And we will move on from that. All right, so that is it for my video. Thank you all for watching. Some of you did watch. Thank you for the view, assholes. And we got that. So we got Dynamite coming up in about 12 minutes, so I'm going to get ready for that. Should be a good show. Still don't know what Tony Khan's announcement might be. It could be the Ring of Honor TV thing. It could be something else. Who knows? But should be a good show tonight. Hopefully it does better ratings than last week. And that's it. All right, so I gave NXT a solid 6 out of 10 stars. Whatever you motherfuckers think of NXT, any comment down below. You can do a video reply. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, go fuck yourselves and suck my dick. And basically go to hell. And that's it. And that's that. But if you're new, follow me on social media. If you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Gilmore. You could find me somewhere. If you're on Twitter and Instagram, links will be down below. Also, my channels all down below. My 4 other channels down below in the description box, aka my pants. And that's that. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And please hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video. And if you do, well, that's your problem. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I may be back later tonight with my AEW review. Raw review coming tomorrow. I know I'm putting it off a little bit because I'm so fucking busy. Because I got a life, unlike certain people. You know who you are. And that's pretty much it. So I apologize for the lateness of some of the videos. But like I said, I'm very busy. So I can't do them like the night of sometimes. But we will hopefully get back on a normal schedule in the next coming weeks. We got a lot of videos to come. You know, AEW Revolution review, predictions, baseball predictions coming up, WrestleMania predictions, Stand and Deliver predictions, Ring of Honor predictions. We got a lot. That whole WrestleMania week is going to be massive, and I will be here to give you all that. Hopefully within that time frame. And then after WrestleMania, we'll do Raw, NXT, and Dynamite. And then after that, I will be off for about a week. So anything after the April 5th edition of Dynamite will be, you know, I'll just do like a mini review on Twitter or maybe Facebook, or maybe I'll do a community post. So stay tuned for that. And gotta follow me on social media to get all those reviews of my thoughts. You understand? My thoughts. So I'll get all that. But then hopefully I'll be back sometime by the end of April. And we're going to get back to what we do best. Let's give you great commentary, great analysis on the reviews, predictions, or whatever else. Rants might coming your way. I mean, my rant on Susan did pretty damn good. My discussion type videos, not so good, but, you know, getting up there. So watch them on this channel as well. My Roman Reigns video, my video about the Bloodline and the NWO, which is better storyline and wrestling wise. So check that out a video ago. And then that's pretty much it. So stay with me for the rest of this month and going into March. Spring is coming, and we're gonna have a good spring. We're gonna have an even better fucking summer, because we're gonna go loaded balls to the wall through the summer. And then we'll be going into Labor Day weekend with All Out 5 and all that other shit. And then by the time you know, it's my birthday again. You know. And Christmas is coming. I'll probably be away for Christmas this year. I said that 2 years ago. Didn't go because plans changed at the last minute. So but I'm hoping this Christmas I will be going away to a warmer climate. Whether it be Texas, California, maybe Florida. Who knows? Maybe I'll go to Mexico. Maybe I'll go to Puerto Rico. I don't know. I'll go somewhere where it's warm for Christmas. And then I'll come back probably after the New Year. So that'll probably be my final vacation of the year. And I'll be away for Christmas and New Year's. And I'll be back in 2024 sometime. But we'll get to that when we get there. It's February 22nd right now. We got a long way to go, dude. But right now, I'm just thinking about my first vacation of the year on Easter weekend. That's it. So we'll move on with that. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, you sanctimonious sons of bitches that think you own everything. You think you can own me. You think you can own everybody else when you really don't. Because you can't do it online or offline because you think you can't. Because you suck. But if you're not down with that, I'm sorry. We're the prophecy, we're the Armada, we're the greatest things going today, and everybody else is better than you, and you motherfuckers know it. Because if you're not down with us, I'm sorry. But we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Peace.